So, good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss a new concept that is called as optical horizon and the radio horizon. So, optical horizon is nothing but the farthest point which can be seen by the transmitting antenna. So, in previous diagram here you are observe this point is seen by the transmitting antenna, right? So beyond this particular point, this particular antenna cannot observe any point. So up to this particular point, this antenna can observe. So this is the farthest point which can be seen by the transmitting antenna, right? Now here is your receiving antenna. So D is nothing but the optical horizon. If the space wave travel through a straight line, then up to this particular maximum point, the space wave is restricted to send the information. 9. So now let us look after the radio horizon. So radio horizon for space wave is slightly greater than the optical horizon. So we will observe the diagram of this particular. Yes. So this is nothing but the radio horizon. So actual here you are observing this is your transmitting antenna having height ht, this is the receiving antenna having height hr. Now this is nothing but the optical ray and this is nothing but the radio wave. So the radio horizon is just greater than that of your optical horizon. So due to the varying density of the atmosphere, so here we are observing around the earth surface there is a layer of atmosphere, and for each and every point on this particular layer we are observing different densities. So due to change in density, whatever the diffraction of the signal takes place, and because of this particular diffraction, rather than going this particular signal in a straight line, it will take some curvature nature, right? So because of this we say that the optical horizon is different and your radio horizon is different. So as shown in figure, the waves bend due to the density change. So here you are observing a curved nature due to the change in density of the atmosphere, the electromagnetic wave get bends, and that's why rather than going in straight line it will take some curvature nature, so which makes the radio horizon to be beyond the optical horizon, right? So this is the case. Now how to increase the maximum radio range of this particular communication? So the first point is that the maximum radio range D max can be increased by increasing the height of transmitting and receiving antenna. So if we want to increase the range of communication, automatically we have to increase the height of transmitting antenna as well as the receiving antenna. So when we increase the height of the transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna, the range D max itself gets increased. So whatever this optical horizon range small d, so that particular itself gets increased if we increase the height of transmitting and receiving antenna. Similarly, the second point is that the space wave propagation is used for TV transmission. So there, in order to increase the radio range, transmitting antenna is located on top of the mountain. So if we are using this particular application for television broadcasting, so if we increase the height very much high, then definitely there is a long range of communication. But many times the practical height of this particular antenna or the design height of this antenna has some restrictions. So if we put that particular antenna on the along the top of the mountains or any hill point, then definitely the height will gets very large increased. So that's why definitely the range of communication of broadcasting itself also gets increased, and similarly the height of this antenna plays a major role or a vital role to increase the range of communication. The best example we observe this particular is nothing but the antenna placed on the Sinhagad fort. So it is the best example of TV transmitting antenna. Now let us have a look over the shadow zone type concept. So in this diagram you are observing this transmitting antenna is placed on the mountains. Now this is your hill station. Now from this particular point the antenna is transmitting the signal. So if the receiving antenna is placed on your rooftop of your home, then definitely whatever the signal, it will directly reach to your receiving antenna. But if your home is placed in this particular zone where there is an obstacle to reach the signal from the transmitting antenna, suppose there is some hilly structure is there, so definitely this ray never reach to this particular antenna because of the obstacle of this particular hill. So this particular zone where we are unable to reach the transmitted signal and whatever because of the obstacle is known as the shadow zone. So while talking about this, we say that since the space wave travels very close to the ground and tall massive objects such as hills, buildings, trees will become obstacle for the space waves, these objects will absorb as well as scatter the energy. Therefore the shadow zone is created here because of the absorption of the energy as well as the scattering of the energy. The signal strength is very low in the shadow zones, therefore the receiving antenna need to be taller. So if we want to receive the signal, the antenna height should be very much high to receive the adequate amount of signal. On the other hand, due to the reflection from the object like building, trees, ghost images are seen on the TV screen. The ghost interference is caused by the difference in the path lengths between direct and reflected light. So concept is that because of this high hill stations, the range it will be obstacled by this particular hill station and the receiving signal is weak. So if we increase the height of the receiving antenna, we are also capable to receive the transmitted signal. So this is all about the shadow zone in space wave space wave type of communication. So in our next lecture we will discuss about the polarization of space wave. Thank you.